All right, all right, all right. And welcome to Pin Drop Discussions. This is now the third little mini episode, and thank you for watching, and thank you for sharing, and we can go ahead and get into it. Again, this is Pin Drop Discussions. My name is Tyler Parker, um, and you know why I'm here. I'm here so I don't get fined. Shout out Marshawn. Anyway, yeah, so it's 5 o'clock in the morning, about 2 minutes to 6. And again, I went to sleep at 3 a.m. I was on the phone, and I was like, I'm tired, and guess who woke me up? It was like, okay, so we gonna talk. Okay, what we gonna talk about today? And then it just hit me, and this is why it hit me. Personally, I'm going through some things right now. I am not in a relationship, but I know who God has called to be my wife. And I have two children, and I have a children's mother, a very beautiful, intelligent young lady. And I don't think I did tell her, but I don't think she ever understood that, like, while we were together, I did pray for her to be my wife. Like, I did ask God, like, okay, I want to work it out. Like, show me what it is. And, you know, um, I didn't cry about it. I didn't, I didn't understand. I was trying to change. I was like, okay, I need to change. I need to change because it's not working. You know what I'm saying? We're fussing and fighting all the time. And it's not, and I know it's not just her. It's like communication issues. I break down on communication a lot. And when my daughter was first born, I definitely wasn't there for her. Like I should have been. I wasn't there for my children's mother like I should have been, because I was out chasing skirts. I was out chasing my own identity. I was like, I need to be this type of man to be in this type of relationship with this type of woman, or she needs to be this type of woman to be in a relationship with me, and like to try to be evenly yoked and everything. And I was trying so hard, but it didn't look like I was trying. And so my resistance is what I was trying to break. And a lot of forces was like, well, get married. You got to get married. You got a child. Well, now you got two children, so you need to go ahead and get on down that altar. You need to go that Orlando Brown thing. You need to shoe Bobby do, yeah, all of that jazz. So no disrespect. I just thought that was funny. You know. So anyway. God just came and spoke to me and said, why do we think we need to change for love? And I said, well, it's a good point, God. And he spoke again and said that he calls us as we are. So I'm going to turn this camera real quick, real slowly, so you don't see that mess over there. Up, change it again. Okay. So, yeah, it's a mess, man. Pray for me. Pray for the dog. Not the dog, like Tyler. Pray for Tyler Mitchell Parker. You know what I'm saying? So I can get this thing cleaned. Or pray for a pin drop discussion lab so we don't have to look at Tyler's mess. Ooh. Okay. But still, pray for me to clean my mess. Back to it. The God calls us as we are. So when we go to church, and like, well, God says, come as you are. Come as you are. You know that saying. And it's beyond just coming in the clothes that you have. It is come naked, come truthful, come honest to God. When I went to Chosen Generation Christian Church, and I was hearing God speaking, he was saying, come as you are. He was saying, come naked, come vulnerable, come honest, and then one Sunday he said, leave it all here. Give me everything that you have. And it was snotty and crying, and I gave it all, because, when Jesus comes and he said, where two or three are gathered, I will be there in the midst of them. And When you come and you gather in the house for his name, he's there. And, why not get your healing? Why just sit there and get nothing? It's like, why am I here? Even if I don't get nothing this time, I understand that God is at work in his house. You know what I'm saying? That's like going to your friend's house and you hungry and they ask you, you want something to eat? Well, I ain't gonna tell you twice. I'm gonna just go ahead and eat. And you don't eat. And so, anyway, when back to the question, he said, why do we think we need to change for love? And the reason why that is so prevalent to me right now is because, and the camera's shaking because my hand is shaking because I'm literally weak from how heavy this is on my heart. Because I've been battling. And I'll say battling because I'm like, okay, I submit, God, I'll submit to your will, I submit to your authority. I won't, I won't chase I won't have any other options. I understand that God doesn't have plan B's, he doesn't have options. So I won't be looking for a female here, looking for a female there, and then I still look to like kind of entertain it. And God is like, well, I don't have options. So do you truly trust me if you out here? Yeah, I told you who you asked me to tell you who your wife was. I told you. And just because it doesn't look like it with your eyes, and you out here chasing females, does that make sense? Or you're not even chasing them, you're entertaining them. So you're entertaining the idea that I could be wrong, and is my word ever wrong? So yeah, God, he got them scissors, and I said, well, it hurts. It hurts to love sometimes. It hurts to give your heart for everything, for something that seems like that never is gonna come. You know what I'm saying? It's not the fairy book love story that Hollywood sells. It's not the the Twilight Zone. I mean, not the well, it feel like the Twilight Zone, but it's not Twilight. You know what I'm saying? It's not Cinderella. It's not Gilmore Girls. It's not Bad Girls Club. It's like real love. You know what I'm saying? Like it may not even be like the song. A real love, I'm searching for a real love. Because in the end, love is kind of always searching for you. You know what I'm saying? Because God is love, right? So say God calls us as we are. So that means if you substitute the word love for God, love calls us love calls us as we are. Come as you are. Come as you are for love. You know what I'm saying? You don't ever have to do anything or be anybody else for love. You don't ever have to do anything else. That's just what love is. That's why God died for our sins, because he just loved us. And you know what I'm saying? And I was going to get into this past, future, and present thing, but it's kind of long. So I'll just give you a summary, and I'll talk about it another time at a different date. But because he loved us in the past, he currently loves us in the future, because he always loved us. You know what I'm saying? He, from the foundation of the world, he loved us. That's why in the Bible it says, for God so loved the world, ED. But he still currently loves us, because he gives us grace and chances and to cover our mistakes. My grace is sufficient. Like, man, you understand how good grace is? Because me, I'm entertaining options and you still talking to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, how is it that I'm like, yo, God, I'm not saying I don't trust you, but I don't trust you. And then you still talk to me. That's like, if, you know what I'm saying, if you and your friend are having a conversation, you and your good friend that, you know what I'm saying, spared your life, that saw a truck coming and saved you. You know what I'm saying? He done fed you, he done clothed you, he done made you a place to sleep at your house when you was homeless, and you say, you know what? I don't trust you. And he's like, oh, that's cool. Well, you can still stay at my house, and as long as you need to. I still feed you. I still clothe you. You know what I'm saying? You don't know where you're gonna get your job from, but I'm gonna call some people. I'm gonna get you a job. I'm gonna get you back on your feet. I'm gonna make sure you all right. Look, man, I'm saying this right now. My chest is tight. It's hurt. I'm hurting. Because love says, come as you are. Even real and vulnerable. And so I never thought, you know what I'm saying, when she was like, well, I don't think I'll ever be ready. Not realizing that I also wasn't ready. When I prayed, you know what I'm saying, when I prayed and asked God, I'm like, okay, well, I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready. I'll never technically ever be ready. But the only way for me to be ready for love is to come as I am. And the only way to know love is to know your flaws, to know that you are not perfect, to know where you stand in love. You know what I'm saying? It's not a, like, yeah, I sent about 44 text messages in a row. Well, not like in one consistent day, but yeah, I counted them things. I was like, bruh, I don't text nobody. No, look at me. Nobody over 8 times in a row unless I'm like excited about something and I want to tell you something. 44. And this is days. You know what I'm saying? It's probably like maybe 10, 15 days in a row with no response. You know, and then on top of that, so you get a response and then you go some more days. It's like, well, I ain't really trying to be a cussing man like I used to be, but woo, listen, I know I'm not that. Look at my hair. You should need a haircut. I know I'm not that attractive, but somewhere, somebody got an option for Tyler. It's true. Tyler doing some things. I mean, he may not be doing the things he should be doing. He might not be where he's supposed to be at 25 according to the world, but Tyler doing some things. All right. I wrote a book. Oh yeah, little you know, little free advertisement. I wrote a book. I'm working on my second and third one. If you didn't see it, it's called Rewritten. I'm not throwing that in there for you to buy. I'm just saying, you know, if you just so happen, that's not the point. Anyway, I'm silly. I'm up. I'm just, love will cause you to change. So you don't ever have to worry about changing, you know. It's a changing feature. Like when you're in love, you just want to be around love because you are actually loved. Like the rest of the world attempts to love you, and that is something else I'm going to go into another one of these days. Is there's a truth value to the love that they give, and the truth value has to go in the communication process. You have a sender and a receiver, and it has to go through channels, and then, you know what I'm saying, it the receiver has to decode exactly what the sender is saying. But if you're not on the same accord, if you're not literally from the same background, literally been walking with each other your whole life, it is almost impossible to understand. Like, I know right now it's a big thing saying white people will never understand the life of a black person. A black person will never understand the life of a white person. A white person will never understand the life of an Asian person unless that person has spent their life inside of that community